Hello everybody, this is Barbra Otten with Close to My Heart, and I have another kit to offer you. This is an 8-page 4-layout kit. It all revolves around spring because that is our theme for this volume event, and it is gorgeous. My friend Jennifer Smith is the designer, and she always does some great kits that I can use. And so I wanted to show this to you today, and we'll talk about the price at the end and all the extra goodies that you're going to get with this kit. But it will be pre-designed and pre-cut for you, and then I package it so it's easy for you to put together. Let's say that. Also comes with great full color directions. I'll show you those right now so that you can put it together by looking at these pictures in here. Has cutting instructions too, but I've already cut it for you, so you won't even have to worry about any of those. But it does come with full color instructions to put together, and I am always available to help if you need any help on those at all. So let's start with the first of the layouts, and this is Spring is in the Air. And you're gonna notice on a lot of these I've done some sponging with a little bit of ink, and I've used this sponge here, and I'm going to show you how I did that right after I show you all these beautiful layouts. So Jennifer always tells me you cannot have too many flowers on a layout, and I think she has really overdone herself this time, because this is gorgeous, and there are flowers everywhere and butterflies, and if this doesn't put you in the mood for spring, I don't know what does. But it's gorgeous, and there's journaling on every page, but you don't have to journal if you don't want to, so you just leave off the journal strips if you don't want it. If you are looking for a way to put your photos that are your size on here, I can give you some options for that too. On any of these things, just because I've made it with a 4x4 photo or a 3x4 photo or whatever, doesn't mean that you can't replace that and put your own size photo on there. Now this one's really nice because you got the big 4x4 photos, and we can usually cut our 4x6s down real easily. But if you don't want this spot, you need to fit another photo in there, you can stick that on there instead of the journaling. Or don't forget, we always have flip flaps too. And if you don't know what flip flaps are, just do a little search on this page and you're gonna see all my flip flap videos. But isn't this beautiful? I just love her designs. Let me show you page 2, layout 2, I should say. Beautiful wishes. And this is just gorgeous. And as you can see, they all go together so nice. Page 1 and page 2 of each one of these just matches so perfectly together. This one has a lot of different things. It has stickers on it. It has stamped images on it. It has die cuts that are pre-cut for you. So there's so many different things you can put together to make these pages. And you're going to be doing a little bit of coloring because I'll stamp it for you, but you still have to color in these pages. Let me make sure this is in the screen there. And these stamped images. Now, these can be colored with many different things, with markers, with watercolors, with watercolor pencils, with colored pencils. You can even close up the top of your ink pad, right? Open it up, and now you've got color on this side. So you squeeze it real close, open it up, and you've got color on this side. You use a water brush or a wet paintbrush with that to color them in too. All options for coloring these in. So let's move on to the next layout. I'm trying not to talk so fast. I notice on my other videos I'm like rushing through it and I'm all out of breath, so I'm going to go a little bit slower this time. Here's layout 3. I put a little bit of shimmer brush on the butterflies and the flowers. Now that doesn't come with this particular kit, but I know a lot of you have already purchased those from me, but they are available. This one has a lot of these kind of die cuts that are pre-cut out for you, and then you're going to put the backing in them. And Jennifer had it so that you basically just free-handed this, but I have actually done the backing on my Cricut for you so that you could put this together with ease. So you're not going to have any troubles with that. And if you do have trouble with anything ever on my kits, all you have to do is message me and I will get right back to you. But isn't this gorgeous? I just love this. Oh, I see one of my journaling strips has gone crooked a little bit there. I'll have to put some more glue on that. But each one of these pages is like a work of art, and I can say that since I didn't design them, but they are beautiful. She is so good at this, and I love cutting these and making these for you. So let's look at the last layout, and then I'll show you the other goodies that you get with this. This is my favorite. Happy, happy, happy. That is a beautiful layout here. And again, there's just these clusters. She knows how to cluster, and she does a fantastic job on this, so that you're just gonna put these beautiful flowers together, and I'll add them and overlap them on each other, and they just make a gorgeous background. So on this one in particular, we've also done a little stamping. I hope you can see it on the video, but I've got these little series of dots here. So there's little random stamping on it, just to fill in, along with that sponging that I've done. So that is the last page. So you're gonna get all of those pre-cut, pre-designed, packaged nicely, and then you're gonna get these two. You're gonna get this stamp. It's an alphabet stamp, which we all can use these, right? So we don't run out of letters, don't run out of numbers, never run out of vowels with this. It also has pennants on it. It has little banners on it too, and some that you can actually do the backgrounds in here too. And it also has the thin cuts. So that's what we call die cuts with Close to My Heart, so that you don't have to do that fussy cutting, because not all of us like to do that. This one especially is cute because it has a little stitched edging on it too. But all of those come with it. And let me show you the next stamp set too. You're gonna get 2 stamp sets and 2 sets of thin cuts with this. So I hope I didn't bump there. So let's look at this one. I'll show you the picture right there. This is the Daisy Meadows scrapbooking set. Let me take that out and show you. Excellent stamps there. And those are so fun to color, I gotta tell you. I had a blast doing it. And then the thin cuts to go with it, so you never have to do fussy cutting. Now I'm actually going to cut all of those for you. I already did quite a few, and it takes a long time to cut all of those when you're making so many kits. But I wanted you to have as much of this pre-cut as possible. So you're now going to be able to use those for the future. The last thing that you're going to get with this kit, besides those directions, is the Daisy Meadows dots. And that just adds the extra little spice, little glitz on the end of your layouts. And it's just, they're fun colors in here, and it just goes so well with the paper. So let me show you how much it is. This is going to be at the end. I'm going to have this attached to the end of this video. And then as soon as Kate uploads this video, I'll also put this at the top of the video too, so you can see that. But I've got 2 options this time. So if you would like the stamp sets and the thin cuts and the dots and the whole kit, it's $110 altogether. That's going to include the shipping to you. If you do not have a thin cut die cutting machine, I understand that the die cuts aren't as appealing and stuff, so I can do the stamping for you. If I do that, it'll be $65, but you won't get the 2 stamp sets with the thin cuts, but you still get the dots in the kit. So those are your 2 options on there. And here's the ways you could pay. I take PayPal. If you wouldn't mind doing the send it to a friend when you send it to me, that keeps both of us from having to pay fees. I would really appreciate that. A lot of people get my email address wrong, so just look real carefully. It's Cal Dreamin', like California Dreamin', right? But I didn't put the G on. My husband actually did this. And then it's not Comcast.com, it's Comcast.net. So those are the 2 mistakes I see people making a lot of times. But you could also pay by check or money order, and here is my address, and again, I will attach that to it. And it's, if you want to put in the comments, it's the Daisy Meadows kit, because I am selling another kit currently too, so that will help me a lot. So that's pretty much it. I'll just put the layout back so that that you're not staring at the blank wall here. And thank you so much for checking out my stuff. I hope you like it, and there will be also a supply list that goes with this for the things that you might want to purchase to go along with this kit, but probably you already have at home. So I will also attach that. And everybody have a great weekend. Okay, let's do a little inking on the background. I'm going to just show you some easy ways to do that. First, I use an all-purpose mat. Close to my heart sells these. These are awesome. Not only can you do ink on them, but nothing sticks to them. So they really, when you're gluing, when you're inking, all of that stuff can wipe off easily. Now on one side it says close to my heart. That's the side that's going to go down. It's slightly sticky, and so that kind of keeps to the table where you want it to keep and stuff. The other side is the side that you're going to work on, and like I said, glue doesn't stick to it, ink doesn't stick to it. This is beautiful for using oxide inks. You put your ink pad down here, stamp it all over here, spray some water on it, and then dip your paper in it, and you make some beautiful backgrounds. The other thing you can do is wet embossing on it. That's the heat embossing, where you use a heat tool, and craft heater is another word for it, and it resists the heat, so it's not going to burn your table up to a certain degree. I can't remember what it is, but I have never had any problems with it, and I've done heat embossing on this quite a bit. But today we're going to just do a little trick with some paper and some ink. So I've got my peach ink here, and all our inks are magnetic, so they're really simple to use. So if you've got somebody who has arthritis or whatever, our inks are awesome. So I'll put this down. Now on this page that one of the pages I just showed you, you'll see there's a lot of inking in the background and stuff that really adds to the page. Let me see if I can make sure that's up there so you can see that pretty well. Right here, down here on the bottom. There's some tricks to doing that, and the main trick, besides having your all-purpose mat, is that you want to kind of ink off the paper first. Because if you just start on the paper, so if I get some ink here and I'm ready to go, what happens is I start getting these circles. And you can try to buff them out, but it's a little rough, you know? So what you do instead is you start on your all-purpose mat, and you're gonna see that it just works a little bit better. And so I ink here, and I start to rub my ink into the paper. And I'm not gonna get that same circular, you know, image, you know, because it's going to go on smoothly. So I just start inking off and do a circular motion right onto my paper, and then I don't have these big blobs of circular shape. So that is how you do it. And the darker you want it, the more ink you get. But just always inking onto your paper that way. It's going to be so much better and make a beautiful background for you.